Just letting you guys know that this game I did fucking amazing. It's just that my team didn't really play the game objectively and I could not carry, but just look at the score thing. Hi everyone, it's Allie Mew and let's get into some topic that some people have asked me for quite a while and I don't think I really straight up answered it. Shit, what is Allie talking about? Okay, it's nothing scary. It's about how I got into gaming. When I was a wee young lad, I mean girl, I think I'm a girl. I remember being more awesome than Game Shark. For those who even remember that, I used to stand in front of the TV, and mind you, these TVs back in the day were not flat, okay? They were like the tube ones. And I'd stand in front of it and press my, duck hunt thing, my duck hunt gun to the screen, and I'd shoot the ducks flying. And yes, that was Duck Hunt on the NES. And then I played Mario Brothers. There was also Double Dragons, which I remember. And I really don't remember much about Doom, but I remember watching my cousin play it and Duke Nukem. My older cousin, Sammy, actually, at the time would babysit me because my mom was too busy with work. And I remember he took out time to play Halo with me. Remember the old Xbox One? The Expo? No. This was the bulky system that first came out for Xbox. And I just remember my hands were really small and it was a huge fucking controller. And it was really uncomfortable for me to press the analog stick to crouch. The one game I was willing to play was Dead or Alive. I would, bear the pain because I really enjoyed it because there's like, whoa, there's pretty Asian girl characters and they were kicking ass, they were fighting. There was way too many buttons though, compared to Nintendo, which is what I grew up with. I remember receiving my first brick Game Boy, the really old Game Boy, and all I had on it was actually Tetris. And boy, did I play the shit out of Tetris. I'm actually really good at Tetris, and I still am. Even the Mario Tetris on DS, I am fucking good at it. I was given my first console on my birthday, and it was a Super Nintendo. I fell in love with Super Mario World, where you can ride on different Yoshis. My favorite color was the blue one. It's because if you eat like a shell that you can actually keep in your mouth, well, keep in the Yoshi's mouth, your Yoshi would actually have wings and you can temporarily fly. I don't know if you guys played that game, but if you guys have, tell me which color shell that you guys actually like from to have your Yoshi hold and have that power, because the yellow one, I think it made stomping noises. The red one, if you had like a shell in your mouth and you spit it back out, a fireball would come out. So let me know which one you like the most. And Mario Kart, oh my god, was crazy. And I wish I could play it again. The Super NES one, specifically. Holy moly. The Rainbow Road, the original Rainbow Road here, was like little mini pixel boxes and there were no rails to prevent you from staying on the platform. It was crazy. You have to go back and play it because the Mario Kart Rainbow Roads now is a joke compared to the, the old original one. So you have to be, driving so carefully on this borderless stage. Oh my god. But yeah, Mario Kart is the shiz. I still think it is. My cousin then got a Super Nintendo 64 and then the GameCube later on when it came out. Mario Party, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, Zelda. Oh man, I played the shit out of all the games. And I forgot to mention, I begged on my birthday to get a Game Boy Color to play Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon. I played Pokemon when the first original 151 Pokemon existed, and now there's like a bajillion. I am lost. I think the last thing I played from Pokemon was probably Ruby. Anyway, of course I chose blue because that's actually my favorite color. when I started the game, it asked me what was my name, what name do I give to this character, and you know, it was certainly not Blue, the whatever name that they give you. I think it was Blue, and I called myself Allie, short for Sally. Funny story. By the time I got Pokemon Gold and I had to name myself again, I thought about it a lot longer than a normal kid would. And you know, to be honest, it was good because it then later became my carrier name or my gamer tag for everything, or everything I use, all my handle. You know this story, you guys. Come on. Allie with something. Allie with something. That's what I thought to myself. And, you know, Mew. It stands for, like, you know, Mew as in meow. Like, you know, cat would meow, and I love cats. And my favorite Pokemon just so happens to be Mew. And Allie plus Mew. Allie, Mew. Allie, Mew. It had a ring to it. So I switched over to using everything with it. And even at this point, I was still playing casual games. During high school, there was like a craze for DDR, which is Dance Dance Revolution, if you guys ever played it. It's crazy, and you can also like find DDR in arcades too, with the awesome hard mats. And you know, I also started playing Kingdom Hearts, which I fell in love with, which I really always talk about this on Game Lounge, is I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is an awesome series, by the way. Anyway, I wanted the PS2 real bad, and I ended up getting the Slim. I played the shit out of DDR. I was really once good at playing on Extreme, and even used to use 2 mats. I even played at the arcades, but in the long run, I really did fall in love with the Final Fantasy series when I played it backwards, actually. I played from Final Fantasy 2 all the way back to Final Fantasy 7, and I'll be honest, Kingdom Hearts was the very first game that I enjoyed the storyline, and not only that, it was the first game to make me cry. I shed tears, holy fuck. I think the second game that made me cry was probably Mass Effect 3, and it's the scene with Mordin. That's all I'm gonna say. I do not want to spoil any more than I have to. Anyway, now in college or university, there is a game room where people brought their consoles to play games. Like, I shit you not, people actually would travel for an hour with a fucking console in their backpack, along with all the art supplies that we need to take to school, because I go to art college or university. And so for some reason, there is a huge fighting game community here in my school, and not only that, in this city. And you guys know I love first-person shooters, so it's kind of strange. And all they would play is Super Smash Brothers. I actually knew every stage music. I tried playing it, but, you know, seriously, they would always ledge camp me, and I would be like, F this. They turned a cute, cuddly game into a very serious one. And I came across some pros back in the day from Super Smash Brothers that, you know, put me in my place, and I just like, this is not the type of game I'd be really into. And I actually had a group of guy friends that I'd play foosball with, which, by the way, I'm queen of foosball in the tournaments held here in my school, so I don't just spin them, you know, the little things, the little sticks. And I actually articulate how to play solo or duo with someone. And I'm pretty good at defense and offense position, so I'm just putting that out there. Anyway, my friends were hyped up about Halo 3. I even won a copy of the game itself from a scavenger answer from some riddle that you had to answer fast enough and get a copy. I even attended the premiere part in New York City, yet I was not that interested in the game since my experience with Halo 1 and the horrendous original Xbox controller. My friends noticed that Allie does not play first-person shooters and plays only cute games. One of them was like, Allie, you're too cute to not play games like this. If you get better at this type of a game, you'll not only be awesome, but inspire other girls to play. This was also the fact that they were like, you know, jokingly, you aren't leaving this couch till you play better. Being the first person multiplayer game I have ever played, it was just as foreign to me as the Xbox 360 controller was compared to the GameCube. And first person, point of view is very different from all the games I've played. I didn't even, have a 360 yet. I literally jumped and screamed when I pressed the trigger finger, and when it rumbled, holy crap, I was just like, whoa, and I jumped up. And I was never used to it, and now it feels natural to have it on since it indicates that you're shooting. I was terrible at Halo, and there were days I wanted to give up, but I kept playing against people in the game room, and it was also extra hard since people can look at your screen as well, which I call screen hacking. I finally saved up for my 360 and played campaign. That really got me used to the game, and it set a good foundation as I bought Xbox Live and got on to play with my friends. It got to the point where my life was school, homework, Halo, sleep, and I'll do it all over again. I was sat in custom lobbies practicing my first shots, and there was a forged map where you knock the grenade and it would explode as you strafe and try to shoot someone else. I soon found myself in the clan. Came across KSI and other clans and played with other people. I was extremely hooked. And then I picked up Call of Duty 4. Instantly, COD was a lot more easier to pick up. I'm thankful I learned how to play Halo first, or I'd probably be put off by learning vice versa. It was a great foundation because as Halo and COD kept releasing more games, it was easier to get used to the slightly new mechanisms and new maps. I also enjoy playing games like Mass Effect, Bioshock, Fallout, Skyrim, Saints Row, Heavy Rain, Uncharted, Gears of War, God of War, Battlefield, Portal, Grand Theft Auto, Half-Life, and etc. It was really funny to troll guys because I would visit my friends' universities and be in the game room. My friends would be like, oh, go and play. And I'd randomly come up to students I didn't even know and ask if I can get in a match of, Halo or Call of Duty. Pretend to be like a little bit retarded and be like, what do I do? And then I rape. I don't flaunt how good I may or may not be, but I do say that I'm decent at playing games. It also led me to want to share my experiences and entertain people with the stuff I come across when gaming, which led, me to doing YouTube. I have even noticed that there was an abundance of girls who say they play games but aren't as serious as I was, that I know in real life, which put a bad rep when they're told to play games versus guys. But through YouTube, I found girls who are amazing at games such as Miss Heart Attack, Miss 5000 Watts, and I play with amazing girls like Tismiley's and Tifa, and hoping that girls like us will pave a good image for girls that play games, not because we're like, oh, we're a girl gamer, we want attention. No. Actually, it's because we want to play games and we actually enjoy playing it as much as any other gamer does. Anyway, I hope you guys found my journey really interesting because, like I said, it was not easy trying to get really good at first-person shooters at all. I love playing games and I grew up playing games, and I wonder, how did you guys get into gaming?